Today we are going to start our new topic, session number 1, getting started with word processing. The CBSE syllabus has been divided into two parts. Part A is employability skills and part B is vocational skills. So we are going to start our vocational skills unit number 1, session number 1, that is word processor elementary. So this is our session number 1, getting started with word processing. For most people, writing is an everyday occurrence. We usually write on paper, we usually write on books. Nowadays we have started writing on mobile phones also or computers also. Computers have affected our lifestyle and work patterns, and this activity also, typing and editing and writing, this is also getting affected. We have so many software nowadays, many applications we are having which enables us to write something in mobile phones or in computers, and this has made writing easier and smooth operation. One such most popular program is word processor, word processing software or word processing program. So what is a word processor? A word processing software or a word processor provides a general set of tools, means general elements, general things for entering text, for editing text and for formatting the text. Means we can type something, we can enter anything, we can edit it, means we can delete something, we can enter something new also, we can type something new also, or we can do the formatting also. For example, if we want to change its style from this to Times New Roman, Aaroni or anything else, we can do the format. We can change the size also, we can change the color of the text also, like this we can change the color of the text also. So we can do these things. All of these things are provided by the word processor. So word processing software is a program or a software which provides us a general set of tools for entering text, for editing text and for formatting the text. So it helps us to create something, edit something, save something and print something. So with text we can do anything. We can edit text, we can create text, we can save the text, or we can print the text. Some examples of word processing softwares which are so much popular are Microsoft Word. Right now we are using Microsoft Word. Okay, Microsoft Word is part of the Microsoft Office suite and it is available for a payment. We have to buy it using a serial key and then we can use it. Okay, second one, Google Docs is a new one, so much popular nowadays. It allows us to do this work, this editing work, word processing work online. So it is available online, it is also available free of cost. And next two which are not available online, they are available offline, but they are free of cost. We do not have to pay for them. LibreOffice Writer or OpenOffice Writer. So these are open source software, means available free of cost. So in this chapter we will study about one open source software, this one, openoffice.org. So this is our software which we are going to study, openoffice.org Writer, or also known as OOO Writer, Triple O Writer, or Writer, or simply Writer. So this is our software which we are going to study in this session. Okay, so this is our software. Now previously we were using typewriters to type anything. We were not having any software for doing this. So the most popular thing was typewriter. It is also used nowadays, but this typewriter has got replaced from this word processor. So what are the features of word processing software because of which we are using them? So we are going to compare it with a typewriter. Okay, this is our typewriter. So these are also benefits that we get when we use a word processor instead of a typewriter. The first benefit is fast. Typing text becomes speedy because we do not need to go for any mechanical carriage. In typewriter we have to use this one, we use this one for mechanical carriage, then only you can write in the next line, otherwise you cannot do this. So if you want to go for the next line, again you have to just pull it and then you have to stretch it from here to here. This is not the thing in a word processor, and that is why we can just press enter and then we can move to the next line. So typing text becomes so much speedy as there is no mechanical carriage associated. Next thing which is not possible in typewriter, it is editing. If you have made any type of error, so you cannot do any type of correction in typewriter. Means inserting anything in between any word, you cannot do this. You cannot delete any word after you have typed, and you cannot do the modification. But these things are easily available in word processing software. You can insert any word in between any word, you can delete anything or any word or text, or you can do modification also. So this is one feature which is not available in typewriter. Next thing, permanent storage. Once you create a document, the document is permanently stored in your memory, in your permanent storage device. So whenever you want, you can easily retrieve it. This thing is not available in typewriter. Next thing is formatting. There are some formatting features in typewriter also, like you can make the text bold. Okay, there are some typewriters where you can change the typing style also, but other formatting features like different colors are not available. You can make it italic also, but others are not available. So these formatting features or some other formatting features are available in a word processor. So typed text can be made to appear in any form or any style. We can make it bold. You can see I've made this bold. You can make it italic also, you can make it underline also, you can use different fonts also. This font that I am using is Calibri body, and I have changed the font here. I have used Algerian. So we can change the font also. I have changed the size also. This text is 18 and this one I am using is 12 only. Next thing that is also not available in a typewriter is graphics. You cannot add any drawing in a typewriter. You have to yourself make the drawing. But drawing, like you can make a line, you can draw a circle, you can draw a curve also, you can draw a rectangle also. So we can add drawing in the document. Just we'll click on insert and then shapes, and then you can take any shape to draw. Okay, so this feature is not available in a typewriter. Next feature which is so much important nowadays, so much used nowadays, is OLE, object linking and embedding. These are two different things. Linking is a different thing and embedding is a different thing. We will see how we can do this and how we usually do it. So what we can do, we can link or embed any object. We can link or embed any object. Object can be any spreadsheet, it can be any chart, it can be any picture. So there are two things that we can do. One is linking and one is embedding. So first we will see how we can do the linking work. Linking will help us make our text as a hyperlink. Okay, suppose right now I am making this text as hypertext. Then I can add any outside object. I can add any Word file, I can add any hyperlink of any web page, I can add any link of any image from outside. So using linking, I can link this document, this main document, to any outside image, outside Word file, outside Excel sheet, outside any web page, whatever I want I can link. So this is linking. So I will just select it, right click, click on hyperlink. It will ask me which thing you want to make it as a hyperlink. So I want to make suppose will go for teaching here, Nazrat, some event, for example your quiz. Okay, so I have linked this. So when I will place my mouse cursor here, it will ask me to use control and then follow it. So I will press control key, it will become a link, and then I will click here. So we have just now linked our main document to a spreadsheet. Okay, so we can do this. The next thing is embedding. In embedding, we do not link it from any outside source. We actually make the source available on the main document. So next we are going to use is embedding. Okay, this one is embedding. So suppose this is our Excel sheet. I will just select this Excel sheet and then I will copy it, then I will come here, and here I want to embed it. I want to embed this Excel sheet in the main document. So I will just click here, paste special, and this one, Microsoft Excel, and then I will click on OK. So you can see this got embedded. It is now embedded inside the main document. I can make it small so that we can see the whole part. You can see, and it is actually available, means it is totally working. So we have right now embedded one Excel sheet inside our main document. This is called embedding. So there are two things which we can do, and these things are not available in a typewriter. Next thing, which is also a very good feature, that is spell check or spelling check. They check for spelling or grammatical errors. Either you are going for any spelling error or you are doing any grammatical error, it will tell you by using a red underline. And it will also suggest any possible alternative. Suppose I am typing one wrong word. Okay, so it is telling me using this wavy underline that I have made some spelling error. Okay, so as it will give me some suggestions also. For example, tell me, suppose you were trying to type scholar or schooler or scalar, so I can correct it from here also. This feature is not available in a typewriter. Next feature, which is also very important, and this is mail merge. Okay, it enables us to print a large number of documents with somehow similar text. For example, you are sending an e-card to your friends, and you just want to change the names and other things, like you are invited to my birthday party and all things, you want to be as the same. So you need to type the letter again and again for 15 friends. Instead of typing that letter again and again, you can use mail merge. Mail merge will just change the name of the friend and other things will remain same. So this feature allows you to send multiple documents with somehow similar text, just simple corrections, to a large number of people, and you can print them also. So that is the feature that is not available in typewriter. It is only available in these types of word processor. Now we are going to start our next topic, that is 1.3, working with writer word processor. So in the previous we have discussed that we are going to study about the word processor OpenOffice.org writer, also known as OOO writer or simply writer. So this is our word processor writer. Now the question comes, how we can load or open OOO writer. There are two ways by which we can do this. Either we can, if we have the shortcut on our desktop, then we can open it from here also, double clicking, and then clicking on text document, it will open our software. Okay, or we can click here on Windows, select all programs, and here we are going to select openoffice.org. So here we have OpenOffice, and from here we will select OpenOffice Writer, and then we can open it. This is our software. So how to load or open OOO Writer? There are two ways. Either we can click on the desktop icon if it is available, otherwise we have to click on Windows and then we will click on all programs, then we will select OpenOffice, and from there we will select Writer. So the next thing is, what are the parts of the main window of the Writer word processor? Okay, these are the basic parts that are available. First one is title bar. So this is the title bar at the top. It contains two things. One is the name of the software, OpenOffice Writer, and second is the name of the file. If I will change the name of the file and I will save it with a different name, it will change the name also. So we have two things. One is name of the software and second is the name of the file. Located at the top of the screen, it displays the name of the application and the active document. Right now it is Untitled 1. Next is the menu bar. This is the menu bar: file menu, edit menu, view menu, insert menu, format menu, table menu. So it contains all the menus. That is why it is called menu bar. Located below the title bar, it lists all the Writer menus like file, edit, view, insert, format. Now below it we have the standard toolbar. Standard toolbar is having some of the toolbars that are frequently used by us. For example, we usually use spelling, we usually use printing, we usually convert it in PDF. Okay, so it contains all those things which we usually use. The standard toolbar, it consists of most frequently used commands and utilities. Now below it we have the formatting toolbar. It consists of tools frequently used for formatting any document. Suppose if we create one document, suppose I am copying this one, these things here. Okay, so this is my document. If I want to do the formatting, if I want to change the style, I can do this from here. Okay, I can change the size also from here. Okay, so this is our formatting toolbar. It consists of tools which are frequently used for formatting any document, changing the style of the document, changing the size, making it bold, italic, underline. Next thing is the ruler bar. It allows to format the vertical alignment of text. We can format the vertical alignment of text. The text is basically vertically aligned. So this alignment means like this. We can change the alignment of the text using this option, ruler bar. This is the bar, ruler bar. This bar is also available. Okay, so this bar is actually used to change the vertical alignment of the text in a document. It is having some features that we can use. We can go for tab stop, we can use the margin, and we can go for indent. These things we will discuss later. So this helps us to give tab stops. This is tab stop. Okay, there are different tab stops available. Right now you can see when I am clicking, it is changing the tab stop. Okay, margin, left margin, right margin, top margin, bottom margin, and indentation we will discuss later. This thing is in our syllabus. Okay, So ruler bar allows us to format the alignment of the text. It has some features like it has tab stop option, margins and indents. Next is the status bar. It displays information which includes page number, page style and language, and it is available at the bottom. It displays page number, document style, the document style is default, and it displays the language. Okay, it also contains the bar to zoom. Okay, next thing is status bar, we have discussed. Next is scroll bar. Scroll bar are used to view different areas of the active window. Suppose I want to view this area of the active window, this area also, so I will use the scroll bar. There are two scroll bars, horizontal scroll bar and vertical scroll bar. There are two scroll bars available. This one is the vertical scroll bar and this one is the horizontal scroll bar. Now work area. It is the document window wherein we enter the text of our document. This is the text of our document, so this area is the work area. So this is work area where we are typing our text or entering our text. Now our next topic is document views. How we can view the document in different formats. A document view means or refers to a distinct appearance style of the document window on our display screen. The writer word processor has three document views available. One is print layout, one is web layout and one is full screen. Now the question comes, how we can change the documents view. So what are document views? A document view means or refers to a distinct appearance style of the document window on our display screen. There are three document views which are available. One is print layout, one is web layout and one is full screen. How we can change the documents view in openoffice.org writer. Okay, so right now we are viewing in print layout view. We'll click on view and from here we can change the view. Okay, from print layout we can go for web layout. This is web layout view. Okay, so how we can change the view? We will click on view and from here we can select print layout, web layout or we can go for full screen. So it is available in views tab or views menu. So there are three types of views. First one is print layout document view. It is the default view of a document. Means whenever you will open openoffice.org writer, the first view that you will get by default automatically is print layout document view. This view shows the document as it will appear when it will get printed. That is why it is known as print layout view. Means the way you will get the document when it will get printed using a printer will appear, and that is why we usually call these word processors what you see is what you get. The way I am viewing these things is the same when it will get printed. So this view shows the document as it will look if printed. Means the borders of the page, the margins, the headers and footers all are visible at their actual locations. Suppose here if I will go for open, suppose I have one file. Okay, so this is our view and you can see the headers here. Header is also available, footer is also available. So whatever way and at whatever place they will appear when they will get printed is displayed when we go for the print layout view. So borders of the page, headers, footers are visible at their actual locations. Next is web layout document view. it shows the document in a way it will appear online when opened in a browser. If you will open your document in a browser, the way it will look is the same when we will open it in this view. So we'll click on view and then we will click on this one, web layout. Okay, web layout is the same view in which we are going to see our document when we will publish it online, means when it will get opened in a browser. This is our web layout view, the way it will appear when opened in a web browser. In this view, you can use the zoom slider, but the layout icons are disabled. So in this view, you can see in this view, we can go for the zoom slider. Zoom slider is available. We can easily zoom it. But here you can see this option, layout icon, are disabled. Layout icons are disabled. These are the layout icons. These icons are disabled. Okay. These icons are not disabled when you will view it in the print layout option. You can see these options are not. Here you can see these options are available, but in that view these options are not available. Okay. The zoom view layout box in web layout view only allows zoom option. It does not allows us to go for the layout icon. Okay. So how we can open zoom and view layout box? Now the question comes, how to open zoom and view layout box? Okay. So we'll open it. Suppose we'll go for one. How can we open zoom and view layout box? Click on view and then click on zoom. From here you can see, because we are in print layout view, so zoom factors are all available 100%, or we can go for variable, we can change it. Okay. And view layout, automatic layout, single page layout, two page layout, means column layout, are available. Okay, but these are not available when you will go for web layout view. Suppose we are going for web layout view, and here we are trying to go for view layout. So view layout is disabled. Okay, in zoom and view layout box, dialog box, view layout is disabled. Only zooming option is available. We can go for the zooming option. Okay. Next is full screen document view. It is also known as read mode view in some word processors, or read mode. The document is displayed in selected mode. We have two modes, one is print and one is web. So if you want to go for full screen in web, it is also available, and if you want to go for full screen in print, it is also available. Okay, so it is available for both the views, either print or web layout. But the document fills the entire screen. The whole screen is captured or taken. No buttons, no menus, no scroll bar, no sidebar or toolbar is displayed. The only button that is displayed is how you can close the full screen. And if you want to close the full screen using any shortcut, you can go for escape key. Okay, so we will go to view and then we will try to view it in full screen. So it has taken the whole page, and we can only exit the full screen view. Or if we have view it in full screen and we want to go for the when to exit this, we can go for escape also. We'll press escape key and we will be outside. Okay.